I have managed to find Maggie Jackson, Technical Director for Europe Netball, to talk all things World Cup qualifiers. So the World Cup qualifiers taking place in October, and this time 6 teams.
Fantastic. We've been so used to seeing with so many of the other regions having lots and lots of teams, and this year we've actually got 6 countries taking part, so it's absolutely awesome. We've got Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland, and then the Republic of Ireland, Gibraltar and the Isle of Man, so absolutely brilliant.
And that just goes to show the development that's happening here in Europe Netball.
Yeah, I think we've got 3 countries who have clearly always wanted to compete for that World Cup place, those 2 valuable places. But now we've got 3 others who we see this weekend actually vying for the top 4, and they're wanting to have a big stab at it as well.
So is it right that anyone can, like, how do you get involved in taking part in World Cup qualifiers?
Yeah, as long as they're a member country of Europe Netball, they can take part. So that's been, so they know what's involved. As a result of it, it's going to be over 5 days competition. So it's an immense cost and resource. I mean, all these girls, as you know, most of them are volunteers, so they're having to take time away. But it's fantastic, and just to say that Scotland obviously have won the bid to actually host the event, and they, along with ourselves, along with World Netball, are working really hard to make it a fantastic event in October.
And that event, is that going to be able for everyone to watch?
Yes, I understand at the moment there's going to be live streaming. That's still in abeyance, but Netball Scotland are obviously organising that side of it.
Wow, so you heard it here first. Massive event coming up in Europe for World Cup qualifiers. And just remind us, Maggie, where the World Cup's being held next year.
It's in South Africa, so there's 2 countries plus England that will qualify from Europe Netball, so really, really exciting.
So you heard it here first. If you want to watch those, obviously you can watch it on the live streaming. More information will be coming out shortly, and I'm sure you will also be able to get tickets, but we will keep you posted on that. Thank you so much, Maggie. You'll hear Maggie in comms in a minute, because we have a fantastic game up for you next. The Republic of Ireland and the Isle of Man are warming up behind us. Both have played absolutely outstandingly through these rounds. The Republic of Ireland have won all of their games so far. The Isle of Man had a nail-biter against Gibraltar early on in their first game and just narrowly lost out by 3 goals. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So don't go anywhere. We will be back really shortly with those all-important starting 7s.
Nice reset. Straight under the post. Oh, great goal.
Long shot. Oh! Rebound though by Sturgis.
What? Joelle, stop it.
That's just too good. Reed pops over to Morales. Perfect.
Okay, you've got
pass.
this. Yes.
Work outside the circle by Kate Willis.
Oh, look at that lovely ball in. Well done. Here we go.
Good by Peters to McGlynn. Finds Cox. Millie Cox working the circle beautifully.
Peters really is a very good player. She's quite a dynamic player, isn't she?
A The way they are on form, soon potentially to be 6. 6 it is.
Oh, that's a super shot.
Welcome back to the National Sports Centre here in Douglas. We are live for the Europe Netball Open Challenge 2022, and my goodness, this is the match that the home crowd have waited for. I can't believe this isn't the final. It's one of the games definitely worthy of the final that we've got on today. I'm Natalie Pepperell and I'm joined by the awesome Maggie Jackson. You will know that name. She's a bit of a legend of the sport, as much as she'll hate me to say it. You looking forward to this game, Maggie?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you said earlier on, that the Isle of Man and Gibraltar game was absolutely immense, and either of those two could have come along. And similarly, Republic of Ireland actually had a great game against UAE. So those top 4 countries are really vying for that final places.
Absolutely, and interestingly, I asked both the Isle of Man and the Republic of Ireland, because they were in separate groups. I asked the Isle of Man whether they'd want to face UAE or Republic of Ireland, and they didn't know. And I asked Republic of Ireland if they'd like to face the Isle of Man or Gibraltar, and again, no choices there. Equal pressure to face either of those sides. It just happens that the Republic of Ireland who finished top of their group, just narrowly beating UAE, and Isle of Man finished second in their group, just narrowly being beaten by Gibraltar. As you can see on your screens now, these are the scores from the last few days, and if you've missed them, you can watch them all back. But seriously, where have you been? You've missed so much action. There has been some fantastic netball across all the countries and some great games played, and there are still so many great games ahead. We still have up for you at 3 o'clock Gibraltar versus the UAE, another one worthy of a gold medal match. From the matches this morning, it means that Israel and Switzerland play off at 5 o'clock for 7th and 8th place, and Cayman Islands will be taking on Malta at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning for 5th and 6th. The next 2 games aren't written down because they are yet to be decided. 3rd and 4th place will be playing at 11 o'clock, and the gold and silver medal match is 1 o'clock. But before that, these teams will now have a say in who is going to be in that. Isle of Man versus Republic of Ireland. It's going to be fast and furious on the court, and it's going to be loud in the crowd, isn't it, Maggie?
Yeah, home crowd, they're not known for being quiet, are they, the Manx crowd? So it's going to be brilliant. It's a great sellout, and all credit to the host nation, Isle of Man and Pip Cross, because that's what they want to see, don't they? They want to see their team being successful in this event.
And what's been lovely to see as well is there's been primary school kids and older kids, and they've been waiting outside the venues with flags and banners to see their heroes come out, and they've been cheering for them, and it's just inspiring the next generation.
Yeah, I don't think Isle of Man realise how much they've done over the last few years since becoming a full member of Europe Netball. And I mean, you think where they've come from and where they're growing to, it's immense. And then going to World Cup qualifier in October. Fantastic.
And they're currently 23rd in the world rankings. They've been climbing up ever since they started, and their intention has been made clear by that entry into the World Cup qualifiers. They don't just want to sit on their laurels, they want to be one of the top teams, not only in Europe but in the world. So fantastic from them. Also, they will be competing, their under 17 side will be competing in November, trying to get into the championship section. Whoever wins the challenge section in November will be playing in the championship section in February. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's been such a busy year for events since we've been allowed to get back, and again, credit to my events team within Europe Netball, but also the countries wanting to step up. So under 17s, and then, as you say, we're going to Northern Ireland in February for a fantastic 10-country event.
Wowza. So you heard it here first. Make sure you keep up to date. Click on that subscribe button on this YouTube channel that you are watching this through. It's really important you subscribe, and also look at this. This is our first digital program. Feel free to scan that QR code on your screen. That will change and bring you up to date with all of the games so far. It gives you the links to watch the games, and it will give you the scores and who is playing when. So make sure you scan that. If you can hear me over the crowd, without further ado, we will bring you those all-important starting sevens. For the Isle of Man, goal shooter Chloe Swales, goal attack Ailish Bridson, wing attack and captain Ashley Hall, Centre, Rachel Johnston. Wing defence, Lydia Shaw. Goal defence, Paige Skillicorn. And goalkeeper, Natalie Swales. The coach for the Isle of Man is Claire Batty. For the Republic of Ireland, goal shooter, Millie Cox. Goal attack, Fran Duffy. Wing attack, Erin Peters. Centre, Corey McGlynn. Wing defence, Emma O'Prey. Goal defence, Kira Lynch. Goalkeeper, Katie Knox. And the coach is Teresa Gillespie. The umpires taking control over this awesome game are Nadine Pardo-Zammit, Gillian Leslie, and the reserve is Sarah Drake. And fantastically, if Niamh Reynolds takes to court today for the Republic of Ireland, she will take her 100th cap today on the court. What a fantastic achievement for her, Maggie.
Yes, I mean, it's interesting. The Republic of Ireland are really starting to grow again, but to have somebody like Niamh still within that squad with that experience, and you're really hoping, aren't you, that she gets out there on the court for that 100th cap today.
Yeah, not too confusing or different changes that we wouldn't have expected within these squads, but both teams have shown throughout this competition that their bench is so strong, so we'll see what happens. Johnston on the ball with the centre pass gets us underway. Bryson secured her place in that goal attack position yesterday. It Swales with a shot. The crowd go wild. Corey McGlynn in that centre position, plays goal defence as well. Lovely feed. Calm, composed by Millie Cox. And it's really impressive to sink those to start off with this crowd and this atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think they anticipate, I would imagine it's going to be a goal-for-goal match. I would hope so, just the way they've both been performing. And I think it's interesting the Isle of Man have settled now on that shooting pair, which I think is a sensible thing to do, to be honest, Natalie.
Yeah, we've seen sometimes for the Isle of Man they struggle to get it in the net, but not so far today. Nothing but net for Chloe Swales. Erin Peters, still quite young in her career, but absolutely phenomenal for the Republic of Ireland. Working hard in that wing attack position. Duffy opting to go back. It's good work by the defence of the Isle of Man, just contact that time. Lovely fake. And that's good as well from Duffy. She very often opts to pass. Millie Cox, I think, being a bit more confident from distance, but no pressure at all on that. Oh, Knox. Oh, unlucky. Defenders made a real impact yesterday, didn't they, in their game against UAE?
Yeah, I mean, they really actually turned it, and there's no doubt about it. Charlie Preston from UAE caused a great insight, and he's got great potential, but Republic of Ireland eventually learned to deal with him really well, so that's good.
Good middle by Duffy, opts to reset. Johnston giving Peters all sorts of problems. Oh, look at that. Fight, Lydia Shaw. And we just got there. Hall finds Bryson. It's great to see every pass here being contested. Clever by the Isle of Man. They don't actually have to wait for a shoelace, but just letting the ball dribble out. And there you have that defence.
Yeah, Lynch made a great impact, didn't she, yesterday at some key times. Just comes out with some very, very clean interceptions. And again, we just saw it then.
Peters just working the ball in the mid-third. Whoa. 2-on-1, let's see what they can do. I'll reset that. Just moving off too soon, Swales. It's a good screen by Duffy.
Duffy having to be really, really strong there.
Play, well read. That's where the defenders have to go up with two hands and pull it in, don't they?
Yeah, Isle of Man are tending to rely on a very similar centre pass setup, and the second phase is very similar. So I'm sure Republic of Ireland done their homework on that one, especially knowing that Ashley Hall always would like to go down into that corner.
From Brighton. She only got married a week ago. It's dedication that she's still here today. I think I'd have been sunning somewhere. Oh, well weighted ball. Oh, the man defence doing really well to try and play them on the same side of the shooters, but Millie Cox will put it up from anywhere.
Yeah, Johnson and Shaw really work hard, don't they? That centre wing defence around that circle edge. They do make it hard. They're both very quick.
Johnston going for the reset. Knox is close to that.
Just needs to change the angle if she comes onto, because I think it's on. But it's a starting point. She's starting behind.
Discipline needed by the Republic of Ireland. You don't need to give them any more chances.
Lucky rebound, ain't that?
I think they'll take it any way they can get it, to be fair.
Exactly.
Oh, that drive to backspace, that is not easy. Millie Cox gives them the thumbs up. Send me that ball again. Chance here for the Republic of Ireland to go two ahead, and it's the same one.
Cox makes it really awkward for them, and that angle, and they can't let go of Duffy as well, so there's having some decision making going on in that circle by the Manx defenders, and all credit to the feeds by Ireland.
Struggling to capitalise on that moment of a defender on the floor. Good use of the movement of the ball by Johnston.
It'll be interesting to see how we progress the game if Knox and Lynch can actually do some switches, because I think there's some opportunities there. Just to stop that front space going into the Manx shooters.
And they do use the circle edge a lot, don't they? And they use that front hold. Absolutely. Deep breath by Cox. Lovely shooting. We had Millie Cox's mum in commentary during one of their games. She did really well. She was really nervous for her daughter.
Not surprised.
Oh, great take call. Beautiful timing on that play.
Ashley Hall just takes that leadership role, doesn't she, at crucial points then?
We did have a comment on the YouTube feed that some of these games are similar to Super League games, and you know what, I completely agree with this one.
Yeah, and what's exciting, isn't it, that we don't know the end result, and I think that's what's exciting, and exactly that in VNSL at the moment.
Pressure. Just short for Swales, and I guess it doesn't matter if you get the rebound. Lucky.
That's the switch. Oh.
If her hand had been an inch to the right. So she gets the rebound. Knox ever so strong at the back.
Yeah, steady Eddie, isn't she?
That was a lucky ball to McGlynn. There was no angle on that run. Johnston just couldn't quite get there, but that is a beautiful move between the shooters. Work in the circle like poetry in motion.
Isle of Man trying to keep them in that one area, really dictating.
Oh, unlucky. But that in itself is going to put pressure on the Republic of Ireland and also put doubt that she's going to come out for things like that, so they've got to do that.
Those are the errors as coaches you hate, don't you?
Yeah, we saw lots of them in the game before, and we were just saying, you know, they need to change something up, like start off the line. If that's going to become a problem, you can't give those balls away. Not if you want to win.
No, you just don't want, you know, the Republic of Ireland has got an opportunity now to go 3 up. And it's their centre pass, so.
That's the 3. Good hassle at the back. Oh, contact. No. Yes. Oh, the other way.
A little bit of a misunderstanding somewhere.
Offside, I think. Oh, great strength by Johnston. A big clap from her and well deserved. Oh!
Some great one-on-one, isn't there, Nat, here today?
Absolutely. And we expected nothing less. Skillicorn on the ball. Finds Johnston. Strong drive from her. Umpires making sure they keep control of this game. Very well qualified. Oh. Knox is so close to these. You just feel like it's a matter of time before she starts coming out with an awful lot of ball.
Yeah. And Swales is either undershooting, so, you know, and just as not as accurate as I remember her in previous events.
It has been a bit of a story of the weekend for that shooting circle. They have moments where they're brilliant and then moments where they can still get the ball but they just can't get it through the net. And I just don't know what Tabati can do about that. Great take by McGlynn. Oh. Cheeky early ball in.
Yeah.
But this is where you were saying about Isle of Man doing the same thing. The Republic of Ireland are doing different types of plays all the time, aren't they?
Yeah, mixing it up. And Teresa Gillespie, you know, has come in as a coach now and has been working really well with them, I think. And I think they just steadily got on with the work this weekend. Mature group. Mature as in being able to make the right decisions.
We know what you meant, but I love the fact you clarified it. Oh, Bryson! That's what they need. Good shutdown by Johnston on Peters. She's not used to that sort of pressure, Peters. She's so quick at getting free. Better from Swales. And this is exactly how the Isle of Man needed to respond.
Yep. Back in the game now. Oh, lovely ball.
The ability to feed a ball like that runs in the family for Ashley Hall. The noise is amazing. Caution given there, I think, to Ema O'Prey. Penalty advanced. Don't want to get too many of them early on in the game. Rowan Peters nearly got that one. This to level it. Will she shoot?
That's a lovely move by Knox then.
Oh, she will. 10 seconds left. This to take the lead from the Isle of Man. Swale saves it. What? I think the umpire's nodding. I think that went in. The defence is trying to argue it, but decision made. Oh my goodness me. It hasn't changed on the scoreboard. Who knows what's going on? What a quarter, Maggie!
Absolutely, and
the crowd's cheered because it's changed on the scoreboard in here and on our screens. It's 12-11 to the Isle of Man.
Yeah, the Republic of Ireland, I think, were kicking themselves. They were just up, and then 2 or 3 little errors, and all credit to Isle of Man. They came back and actually took the shots, and they're a little bit more settled in the circle. Well done.
And having seen that first quarter, obviously the first quarter is kind of sometimes where teams start to work themselves out, like work the opposition out a bit. Do you think that the Isle of Man have it in them to change up a few things, considering how close some of the Republic of Ireland defence have been to those balls?
I think they have, but I think they also have got to be very, very aware that Knox and Lynch, when I looked at the last couple of switches that they both did, and they didn't get the turnover, but actually it meant that then Johnson and Hall had to actually play the triangles and play the ball round. That time it worked. We just need Knox and Lynch then to look at that and come off the player slightly to take some of those triangles which they've set up. Experience, they're two super defenders.
Absolutely, and also the defence from Shaw and Johnston and Skillicorn at the back on that centre pass for Republic of Ireland are causing them all sorts of problems as well. Erin Peters is so used to just getting that first phase ball all the time. She's so quick, but that being shut down is causing them a bit of a headache.
I would hope that Duffy and Peters will get a bit more involved. I was also a bit feeling that as the ball was coming through, Isle of Man was starting to keep them quite wide, and there was nothing coming in the middle. So I think they've got to look at that as well and just see how Peters and Duffy can work together a little bit more. When they feed Cox, that's been amazing. Duffy's been a real playmaker, but I think Duffy needs to get a little bit more involved to support Peters. She's got enough experience, she's skillful enough to do it.
We saw yesterday, when the scores were quite close still, Millie Cox came off after the first quarter and they put Sophie Murray on, which in turn played in their favour, and then they put Millie Cox back on. It almost seemed like it wasn't a decision based on any player playing better or worse, but just the fact that they've got the two equally as good. Do you think we'll see that change today?
Might do. I don't know enough about Teresa and how she works, but I think she's not frightened of making changes, and I think that's what's exciting. You don't make changes for changing's sake, but if you, as you say, wanting to try and change slightly the style, or you're wanting Duffy to work slightly differently, then that may well be. And it also allows Cox to go just watch the game and then get back on as well, which is also a real advantage.
Absolutely. Don't forget you can get in touch with us, #EuropeNetball. We would love to hear your thoughts. Amy, who's been a standout player for you? I think this was from the match, the Switzerland match that just played against Malta. Oh, I tell you what, I'm so impressed with the Switzerland circle at Horowitz. I think I called her Alana Joy, but it's J. And Morales, they were amazing, 14 and 15.
They are incredible. I mean, you've got the Swiss team, the goal attack for Switzerland and you've got. They've learnt heaps this weekend. They've learnt heaps, and they've never given up. And all credit to Vanessa and her coaching team, what they're doing in Switzerland as well.
But right back here on this court for you now, the Republic of Ireland have their hands in. We've just heard the chant from the Isle of Man. We'll look at them come out, but I'm pretty sure for the Isle of Man there's no changes there. They are all the same. The Isle of Man opting to play the same squad. The Republic of Ireland as well, exactly the same squad, no changes for either side. And I think that's fair, don't you?
Absolutely. You don't make changes for change's sake. It's close, and you want them to feel the game.
Good strength from Lynch. Oh, Peters to Cox from that angle.
Great move by Duffy, wasn't it? To create that space for Cox.
There it is.
That was partly Ema Apre as well, doing a great job on the wing attack then. Keep the mouth shut.
We were saying with Deb Jones that sometimes the work of a wing defence can be underrated because it's the goal defence and goalkeeper that come out with the interception, but it's all down to the work outside. That, however, was just pure class.
I won't get distracted, but Jonesy would say that, wouldn't she?
Good reset by Duffy. Hands by Johnston. We say we don't often see Duffy shoot from there. She'll work it round. We might see Cox shoot from there though. Yes, we will. Shoot and score.
Yeah, Peters are using a bit more of a change direction, isn't she, and coming off the line a bit more.
She would have got a second chance, but she didn't need one. Both players over for the Isle of Man. Strong drive by Swales, a little bit early, so I had to prop. I think that was for the swing, but Swales gets her hands on it.
Yeah, they're struggling with those angles, aren't they, Isle of Man shooters? And clearly the angles that Cox and Lynch are setting up is making it harder for them, but they've just got to get the angles a little bit tighter.
They can get caught quite flat as well, can't they, on that line rather than using width and depth, but that's a great feed in. Patience pays off. Glenn. Oh, for Johnston again.
Yeah,
what a game she is having.
She's a very important player, isn't she, within this Manx team?
A wing and a prayer. There was no one on for Skillicorn.
Knox did the old mentor move, which is swinging, rolling round and going round the back to get the ball going off the back line.
Maybe we'll have to call it the Knox roll. Oh my goodness me, that only just got there.
Yeah, it shouldn't get there.
Yeah, an extra step needed by Skillicorn before she went out. They all come over for that centre pass, don't they, for the Isle of Man?
Yes. Which I think Republic of Ireland need to actually link in with that one. Stop that second phase.
Oh, it's painfully short for Swales again. She's had enough, she's passing her off. Well held, Peters. Oh.
They're tending to force that centre pass to Peters. I think they need to just change it up a little bit, use the back as well.
Especially with the speed she's got, because she could really expose some great depth second phase, couldn't you, with her speed?
well marked by Ireland.
Lydia Shaw, sideline throw in. Strong cover by Ema O'Prey, but it opened up Paul.
I really wanted Knox to go out on that original one, but at least she was there for the rebound.
Lovely middle by Peters. Oh! Oh, nice by Millie Cox. She almost looks slightly relieved every time she shoots. Oh. It's almost that unorthodox that the defenders aren't going on it because they don't think it's going to go there.
And it's quite, you know, the wing attack just comes out very easily and then somebody receives it standing still. It just shouldn't be happening.
Oh, home alone. Republic of Ireland push it out to a 3-goal gap, but we saw this in the first quarter.
Olivan's mid-court defence, isn't it, is actually causing some real problems.
And it's caused everyone some problems. It's just a shame they couldn't convert that one. Thrown away off the goal line. Must have been an offside. Oh. I really hope for the Isle of Man that this doesn't come down to shooting accuracy. Oh, footwork again. We've seen so many footwork calls this tournament. Well taken. The crowd go absolutely nuts. Absolute sellout crowd in here today. Good split by Bryson, just resets to give herself a bit of time. Ooh. That shouldn't have been her rebound, but it was. Good pressure from Shaw.
Just need to settle down, don't they? They needed to hold it for 3. Need to recognise that the momentum has just swung. And when Republic of Ireland get this opportunity, just take it steadily through. Far too many errors.
You almost get the feeling that the noise in the crowd and the atmosphere is just adding to that adrenaline. And
yeah. And to be fair to these countries, they don't play as much in this pressure, so this kind of pressure matches come few and far between.
That was the one that was coming, but just couldn't quite get hold of it. Good screen. She needs to sink this under the post. She does. And how quickly that 3-goal lead was eroded. Nothing on in front for Duffy, opts to go back, spill by Ema, but picked up. Oh. Nice ball. Good confident shot again by Cox. All together in the shooting circle. Oh, unlucky. Johnston telling her players, get on that line, come up. Oh, Knox. Oh, quite lateral here. There's that massive zone again by the Isle of Man, and like you say, that's the pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, and I would say the Republic of Ireland have got enough experience to be able to get through that zone, just like Gibraltar did the other day. You don't force it through, you play it, you commit, and then you can bring it through over the top.
They all just sat back, didn't they?
Somebody's got to drive the zone.
Lovely, lovely, lovely work by Ashley Hall. And again, it's one goal. Time called for the Republic of Ireland. Here it is for her 100th cap. Niamh Reynolds takes to court in that wing attack position. That catch, that brings up the 100. What a day for Niamh Reynolds. The only thing that will make it better for her, I'm sure, is a win. Nice by Swales.
Swales party piece, that drop ball, isn't it? But she's definitely going to have to go back to the drawing board after this event and look at a shooting practice, and very much, it is the posts are bouncy. You just got to make sure it doesn't hit the ring. It's got to go straight through the middle.
But in fairness, it's like sometimes she's just swishing through the middle, and then the other times it's not even hitting the post. So there's obviously something just not clicking there in her action.
No. Re-look at it for the start of the next season.
Great experience by Reynolds.
Great feed.
Lovely shot. That's a 4-goal gap. That's the biggest we've had so far. 3.5 minutes left of this half to play. This is absolutely crucial now for the Isle of Man to make sure they stay in touch. Johnston trying to create space. Oh, Brighton saved the day. Just trying to create some space into that circle. Clever by Brighton. Caution for O'Prey.
You feel for Knox, don't you? Clearly that's what happened. It was she read the game so well coming off the player.
And that is a textbook move for the Isle of Man, and she's shutting it down. It's almost taking away tools of their toolbox one at a time. No.
One in each quarter here. Republic of Ireland very lucky, aren't they? I mean, those are the ones that you've got to just say, take control.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I was Teresa, I'd be taking intake of breath, I think, at that point. The players know better than that. Well done, Duffy.
Good from her.
The skill of corner with Swales make it difficult for them, don't they? When around that circle edge, they're doing a good job defensively in that circle.
Opting to go back to the line. McGlynn. Oh, I thought that was 3 then. It's against Skillicorn. Yeah, you'd always back Cox from that position. 6-goal lead. A minute and 20 left. Hall fires it into Swales. Hands everywhere. Lynch that comes out with it.
experience of Reynolds then, wasn't it?
It was, and there was a call from the bench. Keep possession, Neve. They know how important it will be to go into half-time with a big lead. Mentally chasing the scoreline is always harder. Clever by Duffy. And that's the experience you were talking about showing through.
Yeah. There are times when I wanted to split the circle sometimes to help Cox, but actually that kind of example is her experience through and through. Very sensible, cool, calm.
Oh, 6 seconds. Time being held, but with the best will in the world, it's not going to go down with 3 seconds left. Wow, massive second quarter for the Republic of Ireland. 25 goals, plays 18. That means the Isle of Man were kept to 6 goals that quarter, and 14 goals from the Republic of Ireland. That's a huge quarter for them.
Yeah, and I think it's a story of the shooters, isn't it? The accuracy of Cox, the cleverness of Duffy, and actually the Isle of Man had loads of experience, loads of opportunities, but it just didn't work for them. And the mid-court are doing so much opportunity. It'd be interesting to see the amount of opportunities they had, because they turned it over so many times.
Yeah, I mean, we saw hands getting in everywhere and the pressure put on, like you say, at the back. Shaw and Johnston must have got so many turnovers mid-court and given herself, a clap and a cheer each time. She was really into it, but just that inability to convert at the end.
Yeah, no, Hall and Johnson, really fast, speedy. I've watched them back in October in Gibraltar in the Open, and they're marvellous, and they're real playmakers for the Manx team. But you've got to the game is all about putting the ball in the rings now.
Absolutely, and also some of the things that they're doing just slowly get picked off, like we saw towards the end. I can't remember now whether it was Lynch or Knox that ran out on that top ball, and you just wonder what else they have in their tank, because that is their game. That's how we see them play, and it's worked against other teams, but it's just being found out a little bit now.
Yeah, you just want the shooters to have a little bit more structure, I think, in that circle, and to be able to split that circle a little bit more. They're tending to, their angles are allowing Knox and Lynch to actually make it hard for Hall and Johnson to feed them. And then they're always on the edge of the circle most of the time. And of course, we've talked about Swales' party piece of that ball dropping in, but then the ball's going to go in the ring as well.
And interestingly, you can see on your screen now, we see Ashley Hall putting some shots up. She came on at goal attack in some of the games, and when she's come on in that position, she's just created so much more space in that circle, coming out effectively and when she needs to, and then entering effectively when she needs to. It's not just to do it, it's always done in context of where the ball is and what's going on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, she's an intelligent player, bright, an experienced player, obviously, and hopefully it might give Swales, if Swales is staying on at shooter, which it looks like it is, give her the opportunity to have a one-on-one, because actually Lynch and Knox are going to have to probably change their game a little bit, with Hall being a little bit more of a playmaker, but also can put those shots up.
Yeah, completely. And we've got some dancing going on. It's Nettie, the mascot bear, falling over the board. Watch out, Nettie. And this is what it's all about as well, isn't it? These youngsters coming up, watching, supporting, cheering. They're so loved here in the Isle of Man.
Yeah, as I say, the Isle of Man as a governing body have done such an awesome job, led by Pip, in getting people through the front door, and especially on Saturday and Sunday this weekend, of getting sell-out crowd.
And on the Republic of Ireland bench, we did see Sophie Murray putting some shots up before, but can't see any bibs being changed hands at the moment, and I would imagine that Teresa Gillespie's first focus will be on winning this game before making too many changes, but she's made some changes before and we've taken a breath in commentary and they've paid off. So
she's astute, isn't she? She's astute, and it's about having faith in your players, isn't it? She knows them in training, she knows what they can do, and bringing Reynolds on at that point was clearly just needed a steady head and it gives Peters the opportunity just to sit and watch for a little while and just see what she can do.
Absolutely, almost genius change. I swear that she can see into the future and she sees what's going to happen. I think it's her secret superpower. Don't forget, on your screen here, you can scan this QR code, get your phone, scan the QR code. That will give you our digital download program, courtesy of Blue Olive Productions here. Karina, the mastermind behind that. They keep naming her to embarrass her, but she doesn't look embarrassed. This updates all the time. I don't know how they do it. It's like some weird technological magic, but it tells you all the scores that have happened. It then slots in all the games that are yet to come, because obviously the games yet to come depend on where these teams finish in these games. So if Republic of Ireland stay ahead and win this game, they will play at 1 o'clock tomorrow for the gold and silver medal. If Isle of Man lose, for instance, they will play at 11 o'clock for the 3rd and 4th place. So this is what they're playing out for. They're playing out to see who's going to go in that gold and silver medal match. The next game after this is Gibraltar versus the UAE, and whoever wins that will also book their place in that gold and silver medal match. So it'll be really interesting. It could be that it's Republic of Ireland versus Gibraltar or Isle of Man versus UAE in those matches, and that would be a new pairing, but it might be that we see a repeat of a game that we've already had.
Yeah, it might well do. It's actually it's a new thing for Europe Netball, actually, because normally we do just crossovers and we play everybody, but having 8 this time, we couldn't do that. So it has produced an exciting tournament, and actually it's great from my perspective that it's down to the wire as well.
Absolutely. I know as a spectator, a neutral fan, it's amazing because it culminates in these final games and they're so close and so tight and you can't call it. Whereas normally we might roughly know where everybody's going to fit. At the moment, we have no idea. Absolutely no clue. Wouldn't put any money on any of them. Not that I'd gamble anyway because it's really bad for you. But just can't call it. It's absolutely phenomenal. We've seen some really close games so far and some really close games ahead, but this one is not over yet. The Isle of Man crept back in the game when they played against Gibraltar. They did lose it by 3, but they've been in this place before and they've come back.
They've got experience, they're tough, and they've got a host crowd as well. So anything can happen. And I mean, the shots go in, then naturally they're going to be starting to peg away that lead that Republic of Ireland have got.
Absolutely, and we said a couple of breaking calls as well. You take out those errors, you sink the shots, and all of a sudden the game can completely swing. Looking into that group again, there is a change potentially. Sophie Murray does have the goal shooter bib on, and Millie Cox doesn't have a bib on at this present moment in time. So the magical power of Teresa Gillespie seeing the future. Has she seen it right? Has she made the right call? It's a big call. It's an important game. She had faith in Sophie Murray yesterday and she has faith in her again today. She will be taking to the court in that goal shooter position. What a position to be in, to have 2 shooters of that caliber so you can just change them and have faith in them both. The other side sees Evans take to the court as wing attack. Hall has gone to that goal attack position. Everybody else is exactly the same. And it's Isle of Man that gets underway. Evans out straight away for that centre pass. Oh, strong by Johnston. Yeah.
Just a little bit more structure, isn't it? With Ashley playing the top, it allows the back line, the baseline for Swales to drive through.
Absolutely, but again, a missed shot. Johnston's down. She's back up. And there's Murray. No problems. Reynolds. Oh, great tip by Johnston. Pick up by Swales. Gillicorn can't quite find Shaw, but Johnston's there. She just holds it for a second. And without Hall playing too much of a role in the mid-court, Johnston will take on that role of just calming everyone down. Big shot for Hall. And you can tell by the crowd it's gone in. Turnover ball, this to get it back within 6. And that's all they need to do, slowly chip away, but no.
Just the discipline, really important.
A bit static again here for the Republic of Ireland. And that's the discipline that you're talking about. One person infringing breaks that pressure, doesn't it?
The Ireland have got to learn to feel when they've actually done a really good job defensively.
Football against, oh no, contact against Duffy. Oh, McGlynn. A big hit, but this is the level that these ladies are at. These are the athletes that they are. Duffy just brushes it off. After that break in centre pass, it's broken back. Skillicon can't quite get out of the way quick enough. Oh, Johnston. Frustration. So accurate from Duffy. Contact.
It's a shame because the Republic of Ireland really did try and cut that forward ball down to.
In for Hall. Pure focus on her face. She's got a job to do and she knows it. Oh, again, Skillicorn pinged.
Yeah, you've got to start getting some discipline. You don't want the whistle engaged all the time. Everybody else is working really hard. Just get 2 meters away.
2 meters or 1 meter?
Let's try 1 meter, shall we?
I mean, I'm sure the Republic of Ireland won't mind 2 meters. Oh! Murray missed. That doesn't happen very often. The good thing for her is on the scoreline, it might not be too much of a problem.
Going to swing it out there. This is when you want Knox and Lynch to work together. Yeah.
Caution given there for Knox. Paul makes the most of it. That's a turnover ball for them. They need this next one now. This is the one that's eluded them. When they've got a turnover, they've just struggled to convert the next one. And exactly the same. Claire Batty's got to be thinking, what more can she do? Oh.
Teresa might be saying the same thing at this point as well.
Strong.
Too easy.
Just won't go through the net. Great take by McGlynn. Oh, wing and a prayer.
Absolute waste. Yesterday we saw Republic of Ireland being really quite sensible in the way they coped with some of this, but they haven't quite taken the stranglehold yet off the Isle of Man.
No, they're keeping in touch, aren't they? But it's they didn't deserve for that to land, to be fair, but that one, well won back. It's confident to some extent to send it that far from the middle third, but it's also, yeah. Good stretch by Shaw. They're keeping him off the edge. They don't want him to feed from the edge. Good strength by Murray. Oh, wing and a prayer the other side. Goodness gracious me. Prelim moves, ladies, come on. Nice by Swales, that was a cheeky fake. Oh,
Nice attack.
superb pass from her. Absolutely superb. Oh, she's down, she's up. A limp from Nat Swales. Hopefully she can just shake that off. Oh, footwork in the centre circle from Johnston. Lovely shot from Murray. Reynolds finds McGlynn. Duffy's caught that one, stood still.
I'm not quite sure she got away with that, do you?
No.
Defender should have come right onto that one. I do worry that Republic Island a little bit static.
Cheeky no-look pass from Duffy. Stretching out the difference now. Isle of Man need to respond, and they need to respond on this centre pass. There's only so long they can let this lead stretch for. Oh, it wasn't marked, it was just overcooked. There's the zone from the Isle of Man. They almost seem to slice through that, Reynolds through the middle, don't they?
I still would like them to come onto the ball a bit more, because I do feel Isle of Man could actually take some of those balls. So they're virtually standing taking it.
10 goals is the difference now. An extra step needed. Nice Skillicorn. She's got her feet round on that one. Woohoo. Placement. Good fake. Well done, Skillicorn. To Shaw. To Hall. To Evans. And in. Better attack play from the Isle of Man, rewarded with a goal. And again, on a turnover ball, this is where we need the Isle of Man to step up and take their own centre pass to goal. Bit of confusion as to what's going on. Peters comes on at centre, McGlynn goes to goal defence, and Lynch goes to wing defence. O'Prey leaves the court. Long swing. I like it when defenders try and catch them when they're not in. I think that's so nice. I got you. Good shot. That's the one. That's the one that they've not been able to do, is convert their own after a turnover. This could be the beginning of the fight back from the Isle of Man. They would hope so. Oh, contact call against Sophie Murray. Another one that I'm not sure should get there. But it doesn't matter whether it should or it shouldn't, it did. Duffy.
In a 2-on-1 situation, it's not going to happen.
Patience. Patience needed. Oosh, Murray nearly got on the end of that though. Shaw, Evans, Swales, both shooters out. Swales now in. Swales just having to run circles round in here.
Really well played by Republic of Ireland defence.
Hall wanted to pass that.
There's a lot of toing and throwing that Nadine has got to sort out in that circle.
Absolutely. Gibraltar Netball Association, big shout out on Twitter to Nadine. Nadine, a Gibraltarian and a fantastic umpire, doing a great job on this game. Evans is coming off. Kat Keeling is going to goal shooter. Chloe Swales is going to goal attack. And Ashley Hall is going to wing attack. Is that the right decision? Nobody knows. Or maybe Claire Batty knows. But it's certainly a scoreline that's not changing too much. They're keeping this lead, the Republic of Ireland, so I guess she has to change something. Peters and Duffy linking well. Murray comes front. Oh. Take your feet, take your feet.
Just got to take, yeah, exactly. I think that's all the way through the court, to be honest, from Republic of Ireland.
All those drills that you do off the court where the coaches say, don't lunge for it, take your feet to the ball.
Exactly.
Nice drive from Swales. Ambitious to try and send it over the top of Knox.
Knox just keeps plugging away, doesn't she? She's not stopped working for these 45 minutes so far.
Absolutely, such a good player. And to just roll around that and get round.
Yeah, exactly. Good footwork, good rolling.
Ooh, that was a finger. That was Lynch's finger. Typical netball injury. You can see her holding it and shaking it off. Every single netballer around the world now is going, yeah, know what that is. Ooh. Doesn't count. She was out of court. No goal. Isle of Man only on 24. Footwork. Reynolds looking as if to say, what? Oh, it's a long one.
Yeah, nice driving on the goal line.
Just won't go through the net. Won't go through the net, Maggie.
No, that's why I picked a defending position when I played. Pressure's enormous, isn't it, with these shooters?
Absolutely. See, I always wanted to shoot, but I can't. I have the problem of getting it through the net. Good space by Shaw. Lots of space in the middle for Johnston. Nothing on in front for Hall, though. Oh! Vision from Skillicorn. Bottom, Keeling.
Yeah, she saw McGlynn, didn't she, coming off, and it's probably the right decision for McGlynn to do, but it was a great fake.
Big shot for Swales. Keeling on the rebound. Keeling plays goalkeeper and goal shooter, so she's not afraid of going up for those rebounds. Could have been a clever decision here for Claire Batty. We've gone back to a 6-goal game. So far, the Isle of Man winning this quarter by 1. It's ebbed and flowed.
Yeah, Republic of Ireland it's not a good quarter for them. Isle of Man, you still feel, don't you? It's that momentum feel. You still feel they're in it, and they've got to, sounds ridiculous, got to score the goals, but do that, and then they're back in the game in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, 8 goals apiece that quarter, so not particularly high scoring for either of these teams, especially from what we've seen from them in the past, but very intense goal for goal action. Ebbed and flowed. We had the Republic of Ireland up by 10 or 12 in that quarter, but Isle of Man just ebbing back, some clever changes to put Kat Keelan on. We weren't sure whether that would work, but it seemed to have done the trick.
Yeah, I think it settled them a little bit and put Ashley Hall back at wing attack as well. And Keeling's managed to get a couple of rebounds, which has been helpful, I think.
We've seen at all levels of the game that 7 goals is doable. It's tough. It's very tough, but it's doable.
Oh, exactly. You can do it within 2 or 3 minutes, so it's definitely doable.
Love that. Maggie can do it within 2 or 3 minutes. Us human people probably takes a bit longer, but yeah, 2 or 3 minutes. No pressure, Isle of Man. That's how long you've got. We want to equal by the time it gets to 10 minutes. But fantastic play. Introduction of Sophie Murray didn't work as well for them as it did last time.
No, it'd be interesting to see what Teresa does now, because I think my gut feeling is Cox needs to come back on, if I'm really honest.
I think Cox and Duffy is more of a moving circle, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think the team have got a bit more confidence about them. I think they were tending to sort of lurch balls in, which I really didn't think was the right thing to do at all. And with that, and also standing still, they just stopped. The movement just stopped. Had a little bit of a siesta, really.
And the changes at the back, obviously McGlynn started at centre. She's moved back into goal defence. Lynch has moved out to wing defence. I'm not sure whether they've lost a little bit of that switching and the combination they had between Lynch and Knox.
Yeah, it might have done. I mean, with Keeling coming on, I think it may have changed it slightly, and I think, to be honest, the angles aren't too bad. Because I thought Lynch and Knox were awesome, so it will be interesting. But I think McGlynn's done okay. But they've got to think that every ball is going to be missed, so they've got to go for rebounds now, every time.
Absolutely, and it would be interesting to see the shooting stats. I might see if I can get some of those for you, especially for the games tomorrow in that gold and silver match, to let you know what they've been off the past, because you can't help but thinking, I think I'm very conscious that from commentary you sometimes your eye gets drawn to something, so we might have focused in on that, and it might be the same in other areas and we've just not noticed, but it does seem to have been quite a big problem for the Isle of Man at different phases of the game. Sometimes they shoot and they don't miss, and then for the next couple of minutes they're struggling to get in the net.
Yeah, and I mean the amount of ability to turn over has been awesome. They've made Republic of Ireland make some real errors. I think some of them are basic errors, to be honest, but they've made them make basic errors, and therefore we know that they've got the opportunity with ball in hand, so it's just about it's some real work. They've been working like hard, got nobody giving up with the Isle of Man. They know it's still game on in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and if anyone could come back, to be honest with you, I would absolutely back them too. We've seen them in the past come back from a deficit. I have no doubt that they can do it again, and so I guess the pressure pretty much is on the Republic of Ireland now. It's theirs to win, but they're going to have to look after their own possession to do it.
Yeah, they are.
No changes that we can see in that goal shooter position. Millie Cox still without the bib on. Niamh Reynolds is still at wing attack. It looks like Teresa Gillespie has full faith in that squad that was on the court. She's going to roll them out again for the next quarter, despite the comeback.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't, obviously this event is all about winning as well, but we don't know the long-term objectives too.
Absolutely, and the same team coming back on that left the court at the end of the third quarter for the Isle of Man, so game on. Wow, middle by Hall. Look at those green dresses, there's so many green dresses. Oh, she was there, she opted to swing. Swales isn't even on the court. Another swing. Oh, straight into the arms That's Knox. It almost looked like she passed her the ball. Oh, and tipped by Shaw. I don't know how the coach's nerves are at the moment. Ooh.
That's better by Duffy. Split the circle, defence had to make a decision.
Contact against Matt Swales there. Great shot by Murray. Isle of Man just made their job harder. Good defence though.
Yeah.
Duffy pulled out to make that one-on-one. It was still two-on-one, but the ball got there. Oh, contact against Kat Keelan. An attacking contact. Oh, that was so brutal. Her shoe came off. I only find it funny because they're all okay. Goodness. Even Lydia Shaw and Neve Reynolds are smiling with each other. Shoegate. What happened in your 100th cap, Neve? Well, I got taken out that badly. I rolled around the floor and my shoe flew off. Oh.
They're all laughing. That's good.
It is. Discipline needed by the Isle of Man. No freebies now.
Just some short, quick passes. They need to give short, quick passes and just allow the Manx team to commit, and then it can open up.
The rebound gives them another chance. Oh, Skillicorn and Johnston getting in the same space. Just too fast. Footwork call, knocks on the ball. Right, look after it. Good draw by Swales, drawing the contact. Yeah, it's a good call by the umpire.
Yeah, McLaurin just held her space, and that's exactly what you need to do.
That's a good one to watch back for all those defenders that say, but I don't understand how can she split and get even closer. That is the defence that you need to put up against it. Ooh. And that's where the discipline's needed.
Yeah, the Peppermint Island definitely got to go away and actually look at how they work through a zone. I don't feel they feel comfortable about it at all.
One of the teams going to the World Cup qualifiers in October, so all the other teams will, I'm sure, be watching this footage back at some point in time. And I wonder how many will throw a zone out just to try and put them under pressure.
Exactly.
That time it works. Great ball.
You can do that every now and again, can't you? But if you're thinking about objectives of competing against other teams as well, you want to be able to work the circle edge too.
And it was the timing of Murray as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Before she was moving off too soon, allowing the defence to come on it.
Exactly.
Oh, how? How did she get her hands on that ball? It's like she had a homing beacon. Oh, she wants to put that homing beacon in the net. Oh!
Yeah, Keeling was smart then, wasn't she? Held her space.
Johnson opts for the reset. Oh, beautiful.
Nice. In a way, you wonder whether they need to do a little bit of that, like the Swales take out and see what a one-on-one with Knox is like.
And in fairness, with the shooting consistency, that's probably not a bad idea to make Cat put some of them up.
Yeah, exactly. Just to see what happens.
10 down, nothing to lose, everything to gain for the Isle of Man. They might as well go for it.
Yeah, it was well held, wasn't it, by Murray there?
There's a warning there given to Nat Swales, so it'll be interesting now to see what the bench do. They've got Crompton they can put on. If Swales gets pinged again, Nat Swales that is, in defence, she will have to come off the court for 2 minutes, and nobody wants to play with one circle defender.
I think Claire Batty's on a mission there, Nat. I think she's heard you.
Oh, it's so unfortunate she's on a warning, because that was great hands in by Nat Swales.
No, they've been making it hard for them, haven't they, these two defenders for Highland Man. These are the games, really, isn't it? You know, you talk about leaving Murray out there. You actually want Murray to live through this and feel it and gain the experience. So all credit that's been done.
Absolutely.
And she knows the coach has got confidence in her then.
One hand take.
That was a lovely, wasn't it? Shame. Run your feet, she knows.
Good shot by Swales. There is the change we thought was going to happen. Crompton coming on to goalkeeper. Cassie Pizzi comes on to goal defence. Now this is something that we haven't seen yet this tournament. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
No, I think the Isle of Man have got to start looking at some, the younger players and bringing them through. It's a hard one to bring them through in this kind of game, but it doesn't do any harm at 10 goals apiece.
I think Pizzi's probably been brought on to try and take Duffy out of the game, isolate the one-on-one with Crompton and Murray. When you're 10 goals down, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
McGlynn read that really well. Oh, Cat Keelan, well kept in. Yeah. McGlynn has come into her own a bit now.
Yeah, there's something. There's a Rebecca Airy lookalike, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think she's been doing some good stuff in that circle. It's nearly a suicide ball, that one. Oh. The Isle of Man are really trying, aren't they, to create where the ball has to land. And they're not far off getting some of those turnovers.
Pizzi to Johnston, to Hall. Clever by Hall. Lovely ball through. Ashley Hall's quicker than the umpire.
Here we go. Oh.
I think maybe it was the wrong centre.
Yeah, different centre pass.
Beautiful feeds. 100 caps for Reynolds. She's been feeding like that for 100 games now.
You want Compton now to come off her a little bit, make the space a bit more difficult to feed, isn't it? And see what happens.
You have to surely come off now to try and create that pass to turn it, because the only way you're going to get close is by turning the ball.
Great play by Knox.
You feel this is just too much now for the Isle of Man. I don't mean to be a a downer for them, but 11 goals in 5 minutes. And it's only 11 goals if Republic of Ireland didn't score. But it's been a spectacle so far.
Yeah, it's been competitive. Been a little bit too many errors for my liking from both teams. I feel both teams are better than that, and I think Republic of Ireland, I'm sure, will go away and say we've got to cut some out for tomorrow.
Republic of Ireland did win their group, and they're showing how they won their group right now. Lifted ball to Johnston. Offside there by Peters. That was unfortunate because it was a great take by McGlynn, but Peters just getting a piggyback off Johnston. 31-40, 4 minutes left. It's not going to work, but they've got to play it quick. You can see why Ashley Hall's the centre. I'm not sure at what point in time it becomes about settling yourself ready for preparation for the next game. But the Isle of Man just don't know how to give up. Peters finds Duffy on the centre pass, Reynolds. And that isolation, that one-on-one isolation is working.
Yeah, they need to play the triangles and play it in because she's actually got the space, but not for that feed.
Time called. Oh my goodness, it's going to be wholesale changes. I think it's Hull that's come on it. She's come on somewhere, so come on. Wing attack. Wing defence, I do believe, is Seren Redmond. And is it Shaw? I think it's Shaw that's come on to goal defence. Well held.
Nice change of direction there by Redmond. Yeah, go again, Peters, that's it. That's better. Came through that knife through butter.
Just under 2 minutes left now. 10 goals adrift. It will be a win for the Republic of Ireland. They have secured their place in that gold medal match. But both teams will want to finish strong. The confidence needed to go into the next game is absolutely crucial. Wonderful to be able to get the players on court as well. Murray, cool as a cucumber. Hall finds Wales. Oh, strong by Hall, strong challenge by Peters. Good screen by Keeling.
so off balance, stepping onto her front foot.
Short, Holt. Good strength by Holt. And a great defence by Crampton. Still time for one goal. Can they get it down? 10 seconds. No. Got to get it in. It won't count. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference to the end of the game. 43 goals to the Republic of Ireland, 32 to the Isle of Man. Isle of Man kept to 6 goals that quarter, and the Republic of Ireland pushing out 10. What a fantastic game. Despite the disappointment that the Isle of Man will feel, there's smiles. They know it's been a good game. The Republic of Ireland has played absolutely outstandingly to win that. As you said, Maggie, some corrections to be made going forwards, but I'm sure they'll look at that.
Yeah, I think so. And Republic of Ireland know the corrections they're going to make. They're going to wait and see if they're playing Gibraltar, the UAE, two very different teams. So they're going to be watching, I'm sure, the next round to see who they'll be playing. And Republic of Ireland have got experience, and they've got a mixture of experience and youth. And yeah, I'd like to see them come out tomorrow, just being a little bit more patient, but then taking on that long ball into Cox or Murray when they need to.
Absolutely, they've set themselves up well for that gold medal match. And so they will play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Who they play is yet to be decided. At 11 o'clock tomorrow we'll see the Isle of Man face either UAE or Gibraltar as well for that 3rd and 4th place. What a fantastic match this has been. But don't go anywhere because there's still more to come. Massive thanks to Maggie Jackson for joining me in commentary.
Really enjoyed it, Nat. Thank you very much.
What a game to do, you lucky bunny.
I know, exciting, exciting.
Coming up, however, are the coaches' interviews, and I do believe we may well have something very special just to hear from Neve if we can get her for a 100th cap, because it's not every day that happens. So stay where you are, don't go anywhere. Interviews coming next.
Nice reset. Straight under the post. Oh, great goal.
Long shot. Oh! Rebound though by Sturgis. What?
Joelle, stop it.
That's just too good. Reed pops over to Morales. Perfect.
Okay, you've got
pass.
this.
Yes.
Yes.
Work outside the circle by Kate Lewis.
Oh, look at that lovely ball in. Well done. Here we go.
Good by Peters to McGlynn. Finds Cox. Millie Cox working the circle beautifully.
Peters really is a very good. She's quite a dynamic player, isn't she?
Away they are on form. Soon potentially to be 6. 6 it is. Oh, that's a sleeper shot. I'm here with Ashley Hall, captain for the Isle of Man. Disappointing result, but you fought till the end on that one.
We did. Super proud of the girls as always. We came back, we fought. That's what being a Ram is. We just keep on going. And we thought we had an okay game. They were just better than us today.
But every single time you kept coming back, and then they pull away, and you come back, and you kept us guessing. But just disappointment in the end. They just managed to just push on.
Yeah, a few mistakes from us, but you know, all credit to the Republic of Ireland. They made us make those mistakes. They're a great team.
And you'll be meeting these guys at World Cup qualifiers in October. So, I mean, this tournament isn't over, but looking ahead at playing them again, will you be going back to the drawing board, looking at what you can do? And
we certainly will, but we're going to focus on tomorrow first of all, and then we'll get it together and start focusing on the World Cup qualifiers.
So it could be UAE or Gibraltar. Now, obviously, you lost out to Gibraltar to start off with. Do you want another crack at them, or do you want to play UAE?
I quite like another crack at Gibraltar, actually. It's always a great, fun game, but so is UAE, so either or, we're going to get up for this game.
Well, very well done. Disappointing, but fantastic play, and never say die from Isle of Man. Always raises the crowd, and it certainly raised us, so well done.
Thank you. I must say thank you to the crowd. I'm sorry we didn't do it for them, but tomorrow I'm sure they'll get right behind us.
I'm pretty sure none of them are disappointed in you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks to Ashley Hall. I'm going to get Teresa Gillespie, the head coach for Netball Ireland, just waving to her now. She's just joining the crowd. I think lots of supporters. You had lots of support in the crowd today.
Yeah, a lot of parents have flown here today especially, so it was good that we had the support, and honestly the girls could hear it. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, because I thought it would be just like blasted out by the Isle of Man crowd, but you had your own shouting as well.
Yeah, me too, because when I came in, the Isle of Man crowd were behind me, a big drum, and I thought, oh God, we're going to be, that 8th person's going to be there, and then the Irish crowd came in and they made sure they were heard. So that was really good.
What we want to know in comms is, do you have a magic ball? Can you see the future? Because the changes that you made and you continue to make always seem to work.
Yeah, well, do you know what? You have to have faith in your bench. And if we don't bring them on, where do they get their confidence? Where do they get their experience? So we've got to use them, and we have strength and depth. And what we keep saying to them is, like, we trust every one of you to go on and do the job. We call them finishers. So they go on and they finish the game, and that's what they came on and did. And you're bringing on fresh legs, new ideas. Somebody on court now has to think about what we're doing. Sometimes they don't even know what our starting 7 is and who our finishing 7 is. But you know what? We have to trust our players to go on and do the job.
And that's quite good, in fact, for playing different teams as well, isn't it? Because they can look at your squad, but they don't know who they're going to come up against.
Yeah, that's right. We're keeping everyone guessing, and you can't go and do any analysis on us, because we don't know ourselves what we're going to do, because we have to look at the footage of the games before, and then we have to look at our strength, look who's going to be able to match up. The matchups are very, very important, and then we have to look at our unit play and who's connecting with each other. So yeah, on a daily basis, it does change for me anyway.
Well, you've definitely secured silver medal, but there is the gold-silver medal match tomorrow. You'll be facing one of these teams behind us, UAE or Gibraltar. Who would you prefer to face?
Do you know what? We have to beat everybody to get the gold. You have to be the best to beat the gold. So whoever comes in front of us, we have to be good enough to beat them. It would be nice to pick up the gold, but we still have work to do. And these games are tough. I would say to anyone, come and try and play them, because these teams here are getting better, and they're really, really good, and I admire them. I mean, the Isle of Man today were superb. They tried to outmatch us in our changes, but we just had I think we had a bigger bench to play on. But yeah, it was very, very enjoyable. Not easy to watch. We keep saying it wasn't a nice one. It was a dirty one, but you have to take all the wins when they come. But no, very enjoyable. For the first time, I was calm on the bench, which sometimes I'm not always that calm, but I have the faith in the girls, and I tell them they've got to work it out, they've got to unravel it, and they've got to win this game, not me.
Absolutely. Well, massive congratulations, and we can't let you go without a huge shout out to Neve Reynolds. 100 caps as well today. What an achievement for her.
What an achievement. I mean, I was asking her, when did you get your first, and to have to come through that whole pathway of working up to 100 caps, I mean, it's phenomenal, and it's a dedication too. I mean, for us, we're self-funded, we all pay our own way, and for a girl to get 100 caps, paying her own way the whole time is absolutely amazing. But you know what, she's the nicest person, and she came on and she did the job, and that's what we want them to do. But she had a great game.
Absolutely. Well, massive congratulations, rest up well, and good luck in tomorrow's gold medal match.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Oh my goodness, what a game that was. I'm already exhausted, and as you've seen behind, we got the UAE versus Gibraltar. I have no idea where you are or what you're doing, but don't go anywhere, because you thought that was good. This is going to be equal as good, if not better. It's going to be so close, and I can't wait to see it. We will be back really shortly with the UAE versus Gibraltar right here.